Hello friends, welcome back to this YouTube channel. This is the last part of our series where we were solving the question paper of GATE Architecture 2025, which is divided in 3 sections. We have already solved questions of aptitude section, common section, planning section and 1 mark questions of architecture section. In this video, we will going to solve the remaining questions of architecture section. All of them are of 2 marks each. So friends, once again welcome back to this channel. I am your host Rahul and you're watching Architecture and Planning with Rahul. Let's start with today's first question. Match the items in group 1 with the corresponding items in group 2. P is Garnet. Also known as T-hinges, Garnet's hinges are used to stop a door warping in an unusually damp positions. Usually happens in bathrooms or kitchens. So garnets are type of hinges. Next is Aldrop. Aldrop are also known as door bolt or barrel bolt, which is a very common type of door latch used to secure doors and windows. So Aldrop are type of bolt. Third is Mortise, which is a type of lock system. Installation of such lock requires a pocket or mortise to be cut into the edge of the door, therefore known as mortise lock. Last is gusset. So a gusset plate is made of thin metal of iron or steel, mainly used to affix the structural members with each other or connect beams or girder to the columns. This blue plate is representing gusset plate in the picture, used to fix various structural members. So gusset is a type of plate. On the screen you can see the correct matching of the items. Therefore the correct answer is option A. Let's go to the next question. Match the statements in group 1 with the corresponding names of architect in group 2. Form follows function is said by Louis H. Sullivan. He was an American architect known as the father of skyscraper. According to Louis Sullivan's form follows function, shape of a building should be based on its functions. Some of his major works include buildings like Wainwright Building, Homeway Association Bank in 1913 and Van Allen Building of 1913. Next statement is less is more and it was given by Miss van der Rohe. According to him, simplicity and clarity are more often effective than complexity and excess. Mies van der Rohe's major works are Farnsworth House in 1951, Barcelona Pavilion of 1929, Seagram Building 1958 and Cullinan Hall at Museum of Fine Arts in Houston in 1954. Architecture should speak of its time and place, but yearn for timelessness. This statement is given by Frank O. Gehry. He is famous Canadian-American architect known for its postmodern design and use of bold, unconventional forms and materials. He is often associated with deconstructivism. Some of its famous works are Guggenheim Museum of Bilbao, Vitra Design Museum of Germany, Foundation Louis Vuitton of France, and Walt Disney Concert Hall of California. Last statement is, there are no straight lines or sharp corners in nature. I hope you guessed it right. This was said by famous Spanish architect Antoni Gaudí. The statement is also quite visual in its design. He uses organic shapes. His major works are Lee's Sagrada Familia of Barcelona, Spain. Once completed, this will be the most aspiring work of Antoni Gaudí. The church design style is mix of Catalan modernism, Art Nouveau, and Spanish late Gothic. He also designed many villas like Casa Mela of Barcelona, Spain in 1912, Casa Vicens in 1888, El Capricho in 1885 in Cantabria, and Casa Bartolo of 1904 are some of his famous works. Hence, the correct answer of this question is option C. Let's move to the next question. Match the items in group 1 with the corresponding statements in group 2. First is suction lift. It is the difference between low water level and the pump. Next is discharge lift, which refers to the vertical distance a pump can move a liquid from its discharge point to a higher elevation. Third is rotary pump, which carries water upwards around the side of the casing and pushed through the discharge pipe with the use of rotating components such as gears or vanes. Last is priming of pump, which means the filling of pump casing with liquid or air to remove trapped air inside. It also creates a seal for proper operation. Therefore, the correct answer of this question is option A. Let's move to the next question. Match the items in group 1 with the corresponding statement in group 2. P is Kailash Temple, Ellora. Kailash Temple, Ellora is a fine example of rock cut architecture constructed by excavating a hillside. Temple was made in Dravidian style with the element of Pallava and Chalukya architectural styles. Given next is Shore Temple, Mammalapuram. It's a Pallava temple constructed of dredged stone. It's a beautiful example of Dravidian architecture, showcasing early period of Pallava style with pyramidal towers or shikharas with stepped stories and made of properly cut granite stones. Next is Mahabodhi Temple, Bodh Gaya. It's a temple of late Gupta period entirely built in brick. It also has a pyramidal tower. Last is Brihadishwar Temple, Thanjavur, which is one of the largest temple of Chola dynasty. It is also a good example of Dravidian architecture, known for its towering called Vimana or temple tower. This reflects the grandeur and power of Chola dynasty. Granite is the main material of the temple. Therefore, the correct answer of this question is option D. Moving to the next question. Which of the following tall building is or are having bundle tube structural system? Before seeing the buildings, let's see what is bundle tube structural system. So in such structural system, multiple tubes are interconnected and act as a single unit. It enhances stability and strength, especially against lateral forces like wind and earthquakes. Let's see it graphically. Like I said, multiple tubes are interconnected in it. Lower floors has large number of tubes, and as we are moving upward, the number of tubes are decreasing. This technique allows high-rise construction without exhibiting much load on the lower floors. Since these tubes supports each other, they perform well against earthquake or lateral forces like wind. Let's see some famous buildings with bundle tube structural system. Most famous is Sears Tower of Chicago, currently known as Willis Tower, one magnificent mile building of Chicago. Bank of China, Hong Kong is also having bundle tube structural system. In options, Sears Tower, Chicago and Bank of China, Hong Kong is given, which are the correct answer of this question. So friends, that's all in this video. You can watch this complete series from the playlist section of the channel with name Gate Architecture 2025. I hope the video was helpful. If it is, then hit the like button. Do share with your friends who are preparing for GATE or any kind of architecture or planning exams. Also, don't forget to subscribe the channel. मिलेंगे आपसे अगले वीडियो में. Until then, goodbye and keep watching Architecture and Planning with Rahul.